The ancient rice mill. Its foundation is made from hardwood, and the milling basket is woven out of pai si suk, a local type of bamboo. The woven parts are packed with clay from termite mounds and mixed together with sugar, salt, and water. The grinder is attached to the upper and lower parts of the woven milling basket. After pouring the paddy rice, or what is also known as rough rice, into the mill, rotate the rolling bar that is connected between the mill and a crossbeam. As the rolling bar is moved, the mill will rotate and grind the paddy rice into the tray below the milling basket. On the tray, there is a hole made to move the milled rice into a basket. Before large modern rice mills were available, every household owned a traditional rice mill like this one for domestic use. Boon Chu Pignol is 78 years old. He was born in 1936 in Ban Don Ma Kham in Don Ta Pet subdistrict of Phnom Tuam district in Kanchanaburi province. There were no large-scale rice mills at this time, and Boon Chu observed that each household owned their own personal rice mill. So he started to make woven bamboo rice mills when he was 25 years old. He learned from others and tried to replicate their techniques in his own work.
ก่อนมามีพี่เคยเขาอยู่ที่เขาทำอยู่ก็ไปมองก็จำอย่างออกมาเพิ่นก็ใช้ทุกบ้านเลยซี่เขานะเพราะเดี๋ยวนี้มันก็ไม่มีโรงซี่ไม่มีอะไรนี่ทำแล้วก็เขาก็มาว่าซื้อก็ทำเลยตั้งแต่ลูกละ400 500เดี๋ยวนี้มันถึง 4,000 แล้ว
Currently, Boon Chu can make about 10 rice mills per year, and these rice mills are mainly used to decorate houses, hotels, and resorts, instead of actually being used for household needs. The key components of a woven bamboo rice mill are the spindle foundation, lower grinder, upper grinder, carrying pole, and rolling bar. Bamboo rice mill making process. Step 1. Woodwork. To-go tree wood is commonly used to make the base of the mill by crossing thick pieces of wood together. Vertically insert the spindle, a small, round, hard wooden stick, into the center of the base. The second step is the rolling bar, which is made from hardwood and is a square-shaped pole attached to the carrying pole to make a T-shaped structure. The third part is the carrying pole, a hardwood stick used for the upper grinder. The fourth part is the small plates of wood about 5 inches to make the grinder pieces for milling the rice. Step 2. Making the upper grinder. First, break the bamboo internode or segments into pieces. Usually one segment is enough for about 9 pieces. To make the upper part, vertically insert 32 bamboo slats into the base of the upper grinder, making a cylinder shape. Insert the carrying pole straight through the cylinder's diameter horizontally, near the top edge. Under the carrying pole, on the bottom of the upper grinder, add in the 5-inch square box to make the rice channel, made from thick wood plates. Then, tightly weave bamboo strips around the 32 bamboo slats to form the container of the upper grinder. Mix din pluoc or termite mound clay with brown sugar, salt, and water until it becomes sticky. After the mix has reached the proper consistency, tightly pack the clay into the bottom of the upper grinder's woven container and make it flush with the squared rice channel in the bottom of the upper grinder. Then, divide the clay-covered bottom or the grinding area into 8 parts by firmly hammering vertical wood slats, again at the same height as the square channel in the bottom of the upper grinder. Clear away any excess clay. Step 3. Making the lower grinder. The lower grinder is the same height and size. However, about 70% of the bottom of the lower grinder is packed with regular clay, but the top 30% of the clay layer is made from mixed clay and divided into 8 parts with vertical lines of square wood pieces to form the grinding area. The grinding area faces that of the upper grinder, creating the space where the holes of the rice are ground away by the friction of these 2 plates. A large circle tray to catch the milled rice and husk, made from woven bamboo strips, is attached about 5 inches below the lower grinder. Make a hole in the tray so that the milled rice funnels down into the container. The grinding tray takes about 1 day to weave. Step 4. Coating process. The termite mound clay mixture is finely ground and made to a paste. Coat the interior of the upper container and the lower tray. This mixture will make the bamboo strips tight. Sometimes glue and sawdust or rice bran is used instead of this clay mixture. In the old days, cow manure would be used for this coating process. Step 5. Assembling process. Once all the parts are completed, they must be assembled together. First, attach the lower grinder onto the spindle base and then the upper grinder on top of that. Next, add the rolling bar to the carrying pole of the upper container and connect the rolling bar by tying it onto the crossbeam. Then the mill is complete. When patty rice is poured into the container of the upper grinder and the rolling bar is rotated, the rice will pass down through the square rice channel in between the upper and lower grinders, grinding against one another. The friction between these two grinders will break and remove the husk from the grains of rice. Bunchu says that he does not want to keep such wisdom only to himself, but he wishes to pass it on to everyone, especially the younger generation, in order to preserve this knowledge and skills and have it live on into the future. He comments to those who do not realize that this traditional rice mill not only produces brown rice, which is a healthy food, but also produces rice bran and grist that can be sold. Innovatively, he has altered the mill from its traditional form by adding wheels to the base, making it easier to move from place to place. Without the wheels, it takes 4 people to move the mill. He also has produced smaller rice mills so they can be used as furniture and decoration.